NASA's James Webb Space Telescope.
The James Webb Space Telescope.
The James Webb Space Telescope.
Astronomers are combining fresh new data from the James Webb Space Telescope in a never-ending quest to find even more distant galaxies.
2 years ago, on Christmas morning, astronomers and space lovers received something they'd been waiting on for 30 years.
Light that you are seeing on one of those little specks.
The launch of the biggest and boldest space attempt yet, the James Webb Space Telescope.
For the first time, images from NASA's James Webb Space Telescope revealed galaxies with stellar bars.
Since its launch, the James Webb Space Telescope has delivered some mind-blowing information to us.
This is just extraordinary, what we're getting ready to show you. Out-of-this-world images released today thanks to the James Webb Telescope.
From Maisys galaxy to the proof of aliens, here are 30 shocking discoveries made by the James Webb Space Telescope.
NASA's James Webb Space Telescope has just delivered a stunning revelation about distant planets.
Number 1. Hidden jet stream in Jupiter's atmosphere. James Webb Space Telescope is the revolutionary observatory that has allowed us to take a look at multiple phases of cosmic history. From the first luminous glows after the Big Bang to the formation of solar systems capable of supporting life. But most recently, it has contributed to a discovery about Jupiter that no one had ever thought of before. It has spotted a super-speedy jet stream on Jupiter racing from east to west. It was over 3,000 miles wide and raced at 320 miles per hour, something we had never seen before. Just to give you an idea, that's like a commercial jetliner cruising through the sky at full speed.
They detected an intense, narrow equatorial jet in Jupiter's lower stratosphere.
It's unlike anything we've seen on Earth. Our jet streams are much wider and slower, and they're not even located at the equator. They hang out at higher latitudes where the temperature differences are more significant. Amazing, isn't it? But wait till you hear the next one. Number 2. Life-supporting molecules on nearby exoplanet. We all know how desperately astronomers had been looking for the signs of life on another planet. And guess what? They found some.
The sub-Neptune K2-18b may be a Hycean exoplanet, which some astronomers feel are good places to hunt for life.
All thanks to James Webb, they spotted methane and carbon dioxide in the atmosphere of a nearby exoplanet called K2-18b. But where is K2-18b? This planet is about 120 light-years away and even orbits a star. It's bigger than Earth, but not as large as Jupiter. Scientists think K2-18b might be a Hycean world, which means it could have a thick atmosphere rich in hydrogen and oceans of liquid water below. And guess what that's perfect for? Life. The findings are still pretty new, and they've only made a couple of observations so far, but there is more to come. Number 3. Clearest image of Proxima b. In another major breakthrough, the James Webb Space Telescope captured the clearest image of Proxima Centauri b ever being caught. And if you're into space stuff, you've surely heard of Proxima b. This exoplanet is orbiting our nearest star neighbor.
This planet is one of the nearest exoplanets ever discovered, being only 25 light-years from Earth.
Proxima b was discovered in 2013 and is only 4.2 light-years away, making it one of the nearest exoplanets. Oh, and it's about 30% bigger than Earth and orbits its star every 11.2 days. Imagine having a year that short. The image has uncovered details about Proxima b's surface and atmosphere. It's quite rocky and has temperatures suitable for liquid water. But you can't say it'll be the ideal for humans, as scientists are still analyzing its thin atmosphere, which contains water vapor and carbon dioxide. Sounds promising? Well, high-resolution magnetic field maps revealed that Proxima b gets blasted with nearly 1,000 times more solar wind radiation than Earth. Number 4. Mysterious galaxies of the infant universe. Now, what if I tell you astronomers have found something which they believe should not exist?
Astonishing new images captured by the Webb telescope.
In some images of James Webb, astronomers have found massive galaxies that shouldn't exist, at least not according to our current understanding of the universe. These galaxies are nearly as big as our Milky Way and are filled with mature, reddish stars. This is strange because they're located in the universe's infancy, just 500 to 700 million years after the Big Bang. Normally, at this early stage, we expect to see young, small, and blue galaxies, places where new stars are just starting to form. The Webb telescope's findings have thrown a wrench into existing theories. They contradict what we've seen before with telescopes like Hubble. Astronomers are now scrambling to figure out what's going on. Are these red dots really ancient galaxies, or could they be something else entirely? What do you think? Number 5. Clearest image of Kuiper belt in history. And just when you thought the universe couldn't get any more mind-blowing, the James Webb Space Telescope has done it again. It recently snapped the first ever clear image of the Kuiper belt.
The Kuiper belt is an area outside the majority of the planets in the solar system.
So what's the Kuiper belt, you ask? It's a vast, icy disc-shaped region beyond Neptune's orbit, stretching from about 30 to 50 astronomical units from the Sun. It's in the outer solar system, home to a variety of icy bodies, including dwarf planets like Pluto, Haumea, and Makemake, and objects made mostly of frozen water, ammonia, and methane. Once upon a time, Pluto was the rock star of the Kuiper belt, but astronomers have since figured out that Neptune's orbit is the true inner boundary of this frosty frontier. Number 6. Shining a spotlight on black holes. The James Webb Space Telescope captured starlight from not one, but 2 early galaxies feeding supermassive black holes, also known as quasars.
Observed through the James Webb Space Telescope presents a profound cosmic mystery.
These cosmic giants are powered by supermassive black holes that gobble up gas and dust, shining brighter than all the stars in their galaxies combined. The telescope spotted 2 quasars, named J22360032 and J22550251, from a time when the universe was just a baby, only 870 and 880 million years old, respectively. Here's where it gets even crazier. The host galaxies of these quasars have masses of 130 billion and 30 billion times that of our Sun. And those supermassive black holes? They clock in at a 1.4 billion and 200 million solar masses. It looks like in the early universe, these supermassive black holes might have bulked up before their host galaxies did. This means the initial seeds of these black holes could have been way more massive than we see today. Number 7. Organic molecules found in a primordial galaxy. Astronomers have found the oldest complex organic molecules ever detected in the universe.
But one of the most amazing things that Webb can do is to reveal the cosmic chemistry of the universe.
These molecules, which are similar to those in smoke and soot on Earth, were spotted in a galaxy called SPT 041847. And this galaxy is known to be over 12 billion light-years away. This means we're seeing these molecules as they were less than 1.5 billion years after the Big Bang. Another cool fact is that the James Webb made this discovery in just 1 hour of observing time. This is a huge leap from older telescopes that needed much longer to observe galaxies. Unlike previous detections that only confirmed their presence, the James Webb's sharp resolution pinpointed exactly where these molecules are in galaxy SPT 041847. Number 8. Maisys Galaxy. In 2022, the James Webb Space Telescope captured a simple orange blob of light.
The James Webb Space Telescope may have discovered a galaxy that existed 13.5 billion years ago.
That turned out to be Maisys Galaxy, named after astronomer Stephen Finkelstein's daughter. This galaxy, dating back to when the universe was just 390 million years old, is among the earliest ever found. Light from Maisys Galaxy traveled over 12 billion years to reach this telescope, shifting from visible to infrared along the way. Number 9. The most distant black hole ever.
The James Webb Space Telescope, in a groundbreaking discovery, has detected and studied the most distant active supermassive black hole known to date.
Now, most black holes in the early universe are colossal, often over 1 billion times the mass of the Sun. But this little guy? It's only about 9 million solar masses. Yeah, you heard that right. Tiny in black hole terms. So how did this small black hole pop up so early in the universe? Scientists have always suspected that smaller black holes existed, but until now, they didn't have solid proof. Thanks to James Webb, we finally have confirmation. Dale Krzyzewski credits the James Webb for this breakthrough. It's the first telescope sharp enough to capture these cosmic oddities with such clarity. Number 10. GS 9209. Before this telescope, ground telescopes had given us just hints that GS 9209 might have stopped forming stars.
The James Webb Space Telescope has made an extraordinary discovery. A galaxy that ceased forming stars more than 12.5 billion years ago.
But it was never confirmed. In just a few short hours, James Webb revealed the star formation history of this galaxy. It turns out this galaxy had a rapid burst of star formation starting about 600 million years after the Big Bang. This discovery flips the script on the idea that galaxies mainly form from smaller mergers. Instead, the galaxy likely burst into life from a massive cloud, collapsing all at once. But GS 9209's star formation came to a screeching halt. Why? The likely culprit is a massive black hole at its center, which James Webb detected emitting infrared light as it gobbled up surrounding gas. Number 11. Size of the universe. James Webb recently looked at Cepheid variable stars, which are massive and super bright, making them ideal for measuring distances across space.
Ever since Edwin Hubble discovered that the universe is expanding, there has been a great debate about the speed of this expansion.
You'd think this would clear things up, right? It didn't. It just added more fuel to the fire. This is what's happening. The Planck spacecraft measured the Hubble constant using cosmic background radiation and got a value of 67 kilometers per second per megaparsec. Number 12. Milky Way. Look-alike, the earliest galaxies. Astronomers used to think the universe's earliest galaxies were too young to show off spiral arms or rings. But it turns out James Webb just flipped that idea on its head.
For the first time, images from NASA's James Webb Space Telescope revealed galaxies with stellar bars.
It spotted galaxies sporting these intricate features as early as 3.7 billion years after the Big Bang, way earlier than previously thought. Christopher Consolich from the University of Manchester sums it up. Our results mean astronomers need to rethink how the first galaxies formed and how galaxies evolved over the last 10 billion years. To all the scientists, we have to say, food for thought, perhaps. Number 13. Universe's unique dust. James Webb has detected dust in a galaxy just 1 billion years after the Big Bang. This cosmic dust bears a unique chemical signature, hinting that it may consist of grains similar to graphite or even diamonds. Number 14. A preview of the Sun's distant future. By now, we all know that the James Webb Space Telescope has been uncovering the secrets of how things began, right? It also gave us a peek into how things might end. The Ring Nebula, also known as Messier 57, is located about 2,200 light-years away. It marks the grave of a star that went out with a bang. At its heart lies a tiny white dwarf, the leftover core of the star after it exploded. As the star neared its end, it blew itself to bits. What's left is this eerie, donut-shaped nebula. Number 15. Cassiopeia A.
Cassiopeia measures about 13 light-years, or 76 trillion miles across, and is estimated to have exploded about 340 years ago as seen from Earth.
Infrared images show its beauty with wispy gas tendrils and warm dust glow. Astronomers are particularly interested in this dust because it forms planets and could possibly nurture life. By studying Cassiopeia A and similar remnants with James Webb, we are learning how cosmic dust is created. Number 16. Einstein Ring. Another milestone achieved by James Webb is the discovery of the farthest gravitationally lensed object ever observed.
Now, Webb has done it again, capturing an almost perfect Einstein ring, the light of which has traveled around 12 billion light-years to reach us, and we can't take our eyes off them.
Just how far could it be? Just around 21 billion light-years away. To put it in perspective, that's nearly twice the universe's age. Other than how beautiful it is, this discovery is quite helpful for understanding dark matter. And why is that important? Because dark matter makes up 70% of the universe's total matter. Number 17. Rings around Ring Nebula. The Ring Nebula in the constellation.
This is a planetary nebula called the Southern Ring or 8-burst nebula.
Lyra is well known for its beauty among planetary nebulae. Thanks to the Webb telescope, we now see details of this gem, which is about 2,500 light-years away. The ring itself reveals around 20,000 clumps of molecular hydrogen. What makes M57 truly special in James Webb's images is the series of 10 concentric arcs found beyond the outer edge of the main ring. Number 18. Earlier strand of the cosmic web. I'm sure you know that stars and galaxies in our universe aren't randomly scattered.
What if I told you that there is a hidden network of threads that connects everything in the universe? A web of invisible matter that shapes the cosmos.
Astronomers using the James Webb recently spotted the earliest strand of this cosmic web. This is one of the earliest filamentary structures ever found, associated with a distant quasar. It spans an incredible 3 million light-years across, making it about 30 times larger than our Milky Way galaxy. This structure formed when the universe was just 830 million years old and is wrapped around a bright black hole. Number 19. Signs of aliens. Yes, humans are obsessed with signs of alien life, and guess what? With the help of the Webb telescope, we were able to detect what could be signs of life in a water world called K218b, which is 120 light-years away. K218b isn't your average planet. When James Webb telescope looked at its atmosphere, it found a mix of hydrogen, methane, and carbon dioxide. All the stuff that suggests it could be a Hycean world, possibly full of life. They also spotted dimethyl sulfide, a stinky compound made by tiny algae in Earth's oceans. Number 20. Possibility of water in protoplanetary disks. Planets begin their journey in dusty gaseous disks that encircle young stars. The James Webb Space Telescope has provided astronomers with detailed images of these protoplanetary disks and has even found hints of the building blocks of life.
NASA's James Webb Space Telescope has just delivered a stunning revelation about distant planets, and it's sending shockwaves of excitement through the scientific community.
For example, near the star Fomalhaut, the telescope revealed 3 nested rings of warm dust. These rings suggest that planets are influencing the shape of the disk through their gravitational pull. Closer to home, around the star PDS 70, the James Webb telescope detected water vapor in the inner disk. This finding suggests that water, essential for life, might be accessible on any developing rocky planets in that system. Number 21. Jumbos. The Webb telescope also spotted something totally unexpected out in the Orion Nebula. Researchers have discovered over 40 planet-sized objects with binary companions, fittingly named jumbos, which means Jupiter mass binary objects. This finding challenges our understanding of space because, while stars often have companions, we didn't expect to find planetary mass objects paired up like this. These objects are too small to be stars, but seem too oddly paired to be rogue planets that were ejected from their solar systems. Current star formation theories are now struggling to explain how such small objects could form, especially if they originated within circumstellar disks in the same way as planets typically do. Could this change our understanding of how planets and stars develop? Who knows? Until then. Number 22, a window to Starbirth. So, yes, like I said before, stars come to life in dense clouds of gas and dust. But the thing is, traditional telescopes struggle to see through the dust with visible light. Here's where the James Webb comes into use. Its infrared vision slices through this haze and gives us a fresh look at Starbirth. In the Eagle Nebula M16, where Hubble's view was limited, James Webb gave us the view of thousands of hidden stars. It also zoomed in on the Rho-Ophiuchi complex nearby, revealing dozens of young, lightweight stars. These young stars are emitting jets of material that light up the surrounding hydrogen clouds, giving us a clear picture of the early stages of star formation. Impressed yet? Well, there's a lot more. Number 23, Saturn in a new light. James Webb Telescope also recently snapped its first official photo of Saturn, and it's quite a sight. Taken using its near-infrared camera instrument on June 25, 2023, the image shows Saturn looking unusually dark. Why? Because methane in its atmosphere absorbs most sunlight. However, despite Saturn's gloomy appearance, its icy rings shine brightly in infrared light, creating quite the contrast. This image wasn't just about Saturn. It also highlights some of its moons, like Enceladus, which are known for their potential underground ocean and geysers near the South Pole. Number 24. The Dancing Galaxies. The James Webb Space Telescope celebrated its second anniversary by giving us this beautiful image of two galaxies, ARP 142, now nicknamed the Penguin and the Egg. Located 326 million light-years away in Hydra, these galaxies have been interacting for 25 to 75 million years, and they were reshaping each other's forms. To an untrained eye like ours, it looks like the two galaxies are locked in a beautiful dance. Number 25, first ever direct image of an exoplanet. Sure, we've discussed many exoplanets captured by Webb telescope by now, but did you know that in the 1990s, scientists began finding exoplanets, and now we know of over 3,000 of these distant worlds orbiting stars far beyond our solar system. But seeing them directly, that's a tough nut to crack. Most exoplanets are too far away for our telescopes to spot directly. Instead, we detect them when they pass in front of their stars, causing a tiny dip in starlight. But then came Webb. It captured its first ever direct snapshot of an exoplanet, and without any doubt, this was a game-changing moment for astronomy. Number 26. Umam Mua. Guess who's back? Umam Mua, the mysterious interstellar visitor who made waves in 2017. It has returned for another close encounter with Earth. Originally spotted by the Pan-STARRS 1 telescope in Hawaii, Umam Mua caught attention with its bizarre shape and unusual orbit. Some said it looked like a cigar, while others linked it to a pancake. There were rumors back then that it might be an alien spacecraft. However, the more likely explanation is that it's a natural object. But now, thanks to the James Webb Space Telescope, we're getting a clearer picture of Umam Mua. Early findings suggest that Umam Mua is made of rock and ice, much like comets we've seen closer to home. Number 27. Brown dwarfs. Astronomers discovered the smallest free-floating brown dwarf known to date using NASA's James Webb Space Telescope. It was found in the star cluster IC 348, about 1,000 light-years away. Brown dwarfs are formed from collapsing clouds of gas but lack the mass for sustained hydrogen fusion like stars. Contrary to their name, brown dwarfs are not dwarfs. They weigh about 3 to 4 times the mass of Jupiter. Number 28. 3 dark stars. In July of 2023, astronomers announced another interesting discovery from Webb telescope. They found 3 bright objects that might just be dark stars. So what's the big deal? Initially, back in 2022, the James Webb telescope had labeled these objects as galaxies. But now, scientists think there are 2 possible explanations. One is that these objects are actually galaxies filled with millions of regular stars. The other, more intriguing possibility is that they could be dark stars. What's fascinating about dark stars is that a single one can shine as brightly as an entire galaxy of regular stars. How is that even possible? Astronomers believe these dark stars might be powered by dark matter. If this turns out to be true, it could explain a lot about the early universe. Number 29. Protostar. L1527 is the cosmic cloud that hosts a protostar in Taurus, some 460 light-years away. In this James Webb Space Telescope's mid-infrared instrument snapshot, the blues are from polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, while the red is a dense layer of energized gas and dust surrounding the protostar. As the protostar matures, its energetic jets will disperse and consume much of the molecular cloud, causing these structures to fade. Eventually, the protostar will gather enough mass to become visible even to visible light telescopes. Number 30. The smallest discovery yet. Last but most definitely not the least, guess what the James Webb stumbled upon in February of 2023? It found a small asteroid hanging out in the main asteroid belt just between Mars and Jupiter. This space rock is about as tall as the Washington Monument and is about the size of the Colosseum in Rome. And this is still pretty small compared to what the telescope usually looks at. And the best part? They weren't even hunting for asteroids with this data. The telescope was doing calibration stuff, and boom, there it was, a tiny asteroid in plain sight. These asteroids are like time capsules from when the solar system first formed billions of years ago. So what do you think? Did the James Webb Space Telescope turn out to be everything you imagined? What do you think about these discoveries? Let us know in the comments below. And of course, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already.